Good morning. I'm Erica and I live fully off-grid with my husband and 2 kids. Today I'm going to take you with me for a typical morning at our homestead when my husband's working, so it's just me and the 2 kids. My morning routine is really ever-changing. It doesn't seem to stay the same for more than a few months, but that's okay. That just means I am reevaluating and adjusting as needed. So right now I'm getting up at 7 a.m. I stay up until 11 p.m. working on my videos and other work, and then I can just focus on my family and my other responsibilities in the morning. So first I like to make a cup of warm water with a little bit of apple cider vinegar or lemon juice in it. It's just a really easy way to get a little bit of hydration, and I just like the warm feeling of the liquid going down into my belly right after I wake up. I find it quite soothing. And my baby woke up pretty soon after I woke up on this day. Very often she sleeps longer. It just totally depends. Now you'll see me moving around, and when I leave a room, I will turn a light off because we are off grid and power is precious. So if I'm not using the light in a room, I am not going to keep it on. So after getting my drink, putting the baby down, I'm starting a fire in the wood stove in the living room. We have 2 wood stoves, one in the kitchen, one in the living room. And the living room one is the main one. It really provides a lot more heat. So right now it is getting closer to winter, but definitely not cold enough that we need both stoves going. So we're just having fires in this one. The previous owners left us with a couple of propane torches. And I didn't grow up using a wood stove regularly, but my husband did, and they, of course, just used a match. And I would say we're never going back to a match. It is just so quick and easy to just blast your paper and your kindling and your wood all with flames, and you got a fire going. Now I do slowly simmer my oatmeal on the stove. It just very slowly simmers away, and I'm not wasting propane on my propane stove. I'm already producing heat with the wood stove, so why not? Sit down to nurse the baby for a few quiet minutes, and that is always lovely. The wood stove needs tending to every once in a while, so I'm stoking it up and adding some more wood, and my older daughter is now awake, and it's time for me to do some stretching. So 3 days a week I do exercise with weights, and then the other days I just like to do a 5 to 10 minute stretch, really quick, really easy, totally not intimidating. And it just helps me to feel good. Gives me a good start to my day, get the blood flowing, and waking up my body a little bit. If you don't know what kind of stretches you can try, there are so many 5 or 10 minute morning yoga or morning stretch videos on YouTube. And I've done so many of those that I just know what stretches I like to do. And sometimes I follow those videos, sometimes I just do what I feel like doing, but there's a lot of ideas out there for you. By the way, if you want your kids to be physically fit and healthy, one of the best ways that you can encourage that is to show them how to do it yourself. They'll be way more likely to do it if they see you as they're growing up, exercising and stretching and eating well and doing the things that you can and that you know how to take care of yourself. We are trying to create a family culture of wellness, and I'm hoping that will have a big impact on our kids now and in the future. The fire is going, the oatmeal is cooking, so it's time for me to head outside and do a couple of things. Later on in the video, I'm going to tell you more about this jacket, which I absolutely love. The brand is Urku. It's a Canadian company, and they're not sponsoring this video, but they have given me a fantastic discount to share with you all, 30% off, and that's until Black Friday. So stay tuned till later on in the video. I'll give you a lot of details on that. And now I'm getting my baby dressed up in her snowsuit. She's gonna go on my back in our carrier as we go around and do some chores outside. A lot of people tell me there's no way that I could have energy to do all the things you do. And I just wanted to let you know I'm working on a free resource for moms to help you get your energy back. So join my email list. I'll leave the link below and I'll send it to you when it's done. Almost everyone who watches me put my baby on my back in this carrier gets very concerned as they watch me do it. I don't know, I guess everyone thinks I'm gonna drop my baby or I'm doing this in an unsafe way, but I know a lot of you are thinking it. I gotta assure you that I have never dropped my baby doing this. She's always been secure, and we haven't had any issues, so no need to worry. I am grabbing a firewood carrier as well as the chicken scraps to take to them. Sliding on my rain boots, which is basically the only pair of footwear that I wear around here. It's just too easy and practical. When it's chilly outside, there is a lot more that goes into actually getting outside, especially with a baby to carry around. So I always am trying to get as much done as I can when I go outside. I do all the chicken stuff, I do all the solar and generator stuff, I go downstairs if I have to, I collect firewood, just try to get it all done in one shot, because I can leave the baby inside, if she's napping, or if it's just really quick. With my 4-year-old, she's pretty good at watching and being good about that, but I prefer to just get it done when she's with me, and that just makes sense. So letting the chickens out of their coop now, giving them the scraps from the day before, opening up their feed bucket here, checking the water to make sure it's not frozen. We have a heated waterer, which is really nice. So usually it doesn't have any issues. And now I'm heading down to cover up the poop with a bit of shavings. In one of my recent videos, I mentioned how we do the deep litter method, where you just cover up the poop every day or two with more and more and more shavings, and then clean it out once or twice a year. Now I'll put my shavings bucket back in the lean-to, head through the lean-to to the other side of the shop, where I'm going to check on our solar batteries, see where they're at. Usually they are pretty close to needing to be charged. Okay, we're getting a blinking light here. That means we're getting close to the halfway point on the batteries, which means close to them shutting off by themselves and us losing power. So we're going to turn on the generator here. Generator status, right now it's off. Gonna change that to on, and then in a minute we will hear it start up. We'll have a video coming very soon all about the diesel generator and what we've done to it since we moved here, all the improvements, and how it's working now. Alright, let's get some firewood. In the summer, we didn't have to run the generator hardly at all, and now we're running it 1 to 2 hours in the morning and 1 to 2 hours at night. And when it's running, I am charging everything that I can. I am running the washing machine. I am running my Instant Pot. Anything that requires electricity, I want to be doing as much as possible while the generator is running. I always bring in a load of firewood in the morning when I'm outside already, just because I don't want to make a separate trip for that. But then on top of that, whenever I'm outside for any reason and then coming in and I've got free hands, I'm always grabbing 2 or 3 pieces of firewood just to top up what I have inside. It makes it so that I never have to go out just for firewood, which when I have had to do that, it's just annoying to make an extra trip, especially when I've got 2 little kids in the house. It makes a lot more sense to do it whenever I'm already outside anyway. There's always leaves and needles and bits of bark in my firewood carrier, so I just walk to the edge of the deck and dump them off the edge, get rid of those, keep them out of the house as much as possible. You can see that while I've been busy doing the other chores, my oatmeal has been cooking and thickening nicely. And we always take care of the animal food and water before breakfast. I do the water and my daughter does the food. And it has started to freeze, so we do need to knock out the ice every time and get them fresh water. We are all done outside now, so I can take the baby out of the carrier and get her coats off. And since I did start the generator, I need to get some laundry going. At this point, I'm doing a load of laundry every day or 2. And if you don't know, we don't have a dryer, so in the summertime we're drying our clothes outside usually, and in the winter they're going up in the loft. It's very warm up there, especially with all the wood stove heat. I really try to keep as many toxins out of our home as possible, so I've been using this Attitude brand laundry detergent, and I really like it. I do plan on doing a video all about the non-toxic swaps that I've made in my home, makeup, skincare, laundry, all that stuff. So let me know if you would be interested. Let me know in the comments below. It's time now to finish making breakfast. This is the breakfast that we have every single day except for Sundays. We have a pancake day on Sundays just to have something special and different. But every other day of the week, we have oatmeal. These are sprouted oats from Costco. I do soak them overnight because I find it just makes a creamier end product. And then we have eggs, scrambled or fried, whatever my daughter's preference is that day. I don't care. I am super weird and crazy. I really avoid added sugar where I can. Like, I really love treats and I make treats with as little sugar as possible. But anyway, the oatmeal, I don't add any sugar to it. What I do is add frozen diced banana. So I'll buy a bunch of bananas, let them all ripen, cut them up and freeze them, then add a chunk of the diced banana into the oatmeal when it's almost done cooking. And it makes it creamier. It adds a sweetness, but the sweetness comes along with the fiber and everything else that's in the banana. So that is the way that I sweeten our oatmeal. It's not super sweet, as you can imagine, but it just gives it enough that it's tasty. And I feel good that we're not eating any added sugar at breakfast in the morning. My daughter has most likely been coloring a coloring page the last few minutes, so when breakfast is almost done, I ask her to clean up and then head out to give the dog and the cat their food before breakfast is fully done. It's also her job to put the placemats on the table and help me bring anything else we need at the table to the table. Breakfast is ready. Now, I've discovered that I eat so much more than most women that I know, and I don't know if that's because I'm just more hungry, because I'm still nursing, or like I know in my mind how important it is to get enough protein in the day, so I want to make sure I am doing that. And so I'm not eating till I'm stuffed. I eat till I am full, and it does take quite a lot of food to get there for me. We stir butter into our oatmeal, and I've never really heard of anyone else doing that. Does anyone else do that? Let me know in the comments if I am the only one. breakfast and the washer is now done. So we're gonna go shut off the generator. Should get some sun today, so that'll help with the power too. Most of the eggs are laid between when I let the chickens out first thing in the morning and later on when I go out and shut the generator off. So I just stop by the chicken coop, pick up any eggs, and take those to the house as well. You may have just seen our black chicken, Blackie, dart out of the coop when I opened the door. So I am opening up the door to the run so she can get back in whenever she wants to. We do this sometimes, not all the time. I don't fully trust our dog with the chickens yet, so I keep more of a close eye when the run door is open. Okay, let's talk about Urku coats. So they're made of real alpaca and sheep fiber, and they're fleece lined. So they'll keep you warm to minus 20 degrees Celsius or minus 4 Fahrenheit. They're handmade in Ecuador, and their process is cruelty-free and sustainable. I've met both the owners, their names are Franklin and Rebecca, and it was clear they value producing a high-quality product and also providing good jobs for the people of Ecuador. I have the Sophia jacket in size medium, and I tried both the medium and the small. I wanted a little more room. They both fit, so I went with the medium. I love the warmth and the comfort this jacket provides, as well as the timeless design and the small modern details. I can wear it to do chores, but I also feel chic wearing it to the city. So they have jackets for both men and women. And right now you can save 30% until November 29th with my code Home Intent Black Fry 30. And if you watch after this date, use the code The Home Intent for 10% off at any time. Now it's time to make my bed and get ready for the day. I really value both beauty and wellness, so I make my bed in a really weird way. I fold the blankets and the flat sheet halfway over towards the bottom of the bed, and I do this just so that the mattress and sheets can breathe a little bit more. Like I'm not fully covering up the mattress for the whole day. It doesn't look as pretty, but I like that my mattress can breathe more, so that's why I do it. We've also got a little wooden railing there, and that is to prevent the baby from rolling off the bed when we're co-sleeping, and it makes it not as pretty as well. So I do what I can with what I have. Depending on how everything else in the morning has gone, I might not be ready for the day until like 10 a.m., which used to really bother me. I liked to be ready much earlier than that, but I've had to adapt since moving off-grid into an acreage and having other things that need to take priority in the morning, so it's totally fine. And I always do get ready for the day. And I think that's really important, especially for stay-at-home moms who might think, oh, no one's going to see me anyway, it doesn't matter. But I think it really does make a difference in how you feel, and then that affects how you perform, what you do that day, and how you feel about your day and yourself. So I take a few minutes to do some simple makeup. I'm not saying you have to put on makeup, but just do what makes you feel good. So for me, that's a little bit of foundation just to cover up my under eye circles and some other spots. Quick brow gel and mascara, and that's it. Oh, and before that, I do a quick face wash and put on some tallow balm, which I have a recipe for that on my website, thehomeintent.com. I'll link it below. And of course, I brush my hair, and I might do a nice hairdo. I might not, honestly. My hair is kind of my last priority when it comes to how I look. So sometimes it's just a ponytail or a bun, but I still do it I'm still maintaining it. And I also like to add on some simple jewelry. That's just my style again, but it just helps me feel good, and that makes me feel more motivated to just do a great job as a mom and a homemaker that day. Getting dressed for the day, also super important. And so many people would say, oh, but I want to be comfortable. Let me tell you, there is some good looking, comfortable clothing out there. Like this maxi dress and a few others I have. So comfortable, and I feel like a princess while I'm going about my day. Also surprisingly practical. Like I get firewood. I go do chicken stuff in dresses. I garden in the summer. If you have clothes that are comfortable and that you feel good in, you should wear them and not save them for only special occasions, in my opinion. Time to hang up the laundry, and I know I'm gonna get comments about the baby going up the stairs, so I just want to explain. We have barricaded the stairs, and the baby has figured out how to get around the barricades. So literally this exact day, she got up the stairs, and I ordered a baby gate that's gonna work with our janky stairs. And then I figured out a better barricade situation to work for us in the meantime. So no need to be concerned. She can't get up the stairs at this time. Thanks so much for watching. If you like this video, please like it and subscribe to our channel. And don't forget to use my discount code to get 30% off your Urku coat before Black Friday. See you in the next video. Bye.